Welcome everyone to this month's top 3 tackle of the month. Now it's November, it's come round really quick. Today we're filming here at Western Pools. You can see the clay pit's looking nice and wintry. There's a few fish topping, so it'd be nice to get some gear out. But we're not here for that, we're here to talk about the top 3 tackle of last month which I've used. Now, I did something a bit different last month. I went bream fishing, roach fishing, odd carp session, fishing long, just a few pleasure sessions, and the one rod that never really let me down and surprised me how good it really is in different situations is the 4 metre Distance Master. Now this is 4 metres, it can cast up to 100 grams. Yes, they are expensive, but they are a great tool for the job. For example, say if someone come up to me and said, right, we've got to go and fish for roach at 25 metres on a deep wild venue, I'd pick this rod. If they come up to me and said, right, we're going to fish for bream at 60 metres with winder feeders, big cage feeders in a strong wind, I know this rod is not going to let me down. Also, if you come up to me and said, we're going to go to Barston or Boddington's where you're going to be chucking big method feeders, long distances, you're going to need a rod, and this would be the one. Just the power you can get out of this rod, the casting you can get through it, it's just, I'm normally not one to talk up tackle amazingly, but this just felt, because I didn't do a lot of this fishing and I normally fish for F1s on matches, carp fishing, don't really get the rod and line out that much on wild natural venues, so it was nice that past month we can get out on the bank. Now, like I say, I've got this rod here, never let me down, nice and robust. If I was fishing at 25 metres, 30 metres with a 25 gram cage feeder, the wind gets up, I know I can put a 40-50 gram feeder on and get there comfortably. And for someone like me who doesn't do a lot of fishing like that, that's what I want. I want confidence in my tackle. No, I've got the right rod for the job in all situations. And also, if you're an angler that goes on sessions and you don't really want to have loads of different rods, say if you're going barbel fishing, I know this rod will be up for the job, carp fishing the day after, just pleasure sessions, wherever you're going, then you've got one rod to buy, this is what I'd pick. I really enjoyed using it. Spoke to Lee Kerry because I've been unsure with the tips. He sorted me out with that. Just about understanding, like when I'm fishing I'm not really doing it a lot, so I don't really know, and it's just nice to know. You speak to them experts about all that feeder fishing, it's nice to know their reassurance you can get the best out of your tackle. So that's the first item. The second item, and because I've been going feeder fishing, is the feeder arm. Now, it's really nice to have a piece of equipment in your armoury which is just nice and simple. If I take the rest off the top here, it's not too big and bulky. I literally just placed it on the front of my foot plate upside down, so it was like an accessory bar, so it carried to my peg. I didn't have to bring an extra bag to bring it in. Also, you could spin it round there and you can keep it nicely tucked away. One thing I like about it is when it goes on your leg, it's one tighten it up, and it's nice and secure. It's not going to lean forward, and when you set your tip right, you don't want to be messing around bin match changing it. Also, it extends, so if you want it further away, you can do. And if say you're on a session and you're a river angler, or you wanted it up in the air, you can put it up here, look at that. Say if you had your rod, put it up there like that, and you're laughing, so say on a river session. So that's just a small little thing, not really what a massive piece of the armoury, but want to talk about, because when I was placing my rod down, drawing it back and then drawing it back again, just it's nice to have a piece of equipment like this which is easily stored away and just a simply nice bit of tool to use. Now, as you can see now, the weather's taking a turn for the worse. We're going to try and get this done quickly, but this brings me on to the third item, of the tackle, the EVA system. Now, when I was feeder fishing, you're not really taking a lot of bait, you're taking a few pinkies, maggots, casters, so you can get them in this armoury here, like the 3 little tubs. You can have a pint of casters, pint of maggots, pint of pinkies, or whatever you choose to use, corn, micros, whatever. Now in this big bit, you can get all your ground bait in, so you're not having to get off your box and sort it all out. But one thing as well is it can shut tight. You can see the weather's taking a turn for the worse now. I can have that there, and none of the maggots are going to crawl out. They're not going to get damaged, they're not going to get wet, soaked, any line I have in there, stuff like that, the ground bait's not going to get soggy. Also, one little thing I've been doing, because I was fishing, I didn't want too much on my side tray, is the new little EVA accessory cases, the extra small, they could easily slot in there. So say if I wasn't keen on taking a massive feeder box, if you haven't seen the past videos, check them out of how I've got the new accessory cases, nice and compact. But if you were just wanted to take 5 or 6 feeders on your session, you could literally pop them in there, zip it up, and you could slide it in there, and you can shut it like that, and you can transport it in your carry-all dead easy. Also, one hook bait is used a lot when feeder fishing. I spoke to a lot of people as floating maggots. Now, if you had that there and then your floating maggots out the side, all you have to do, you can just pop them in there, you can get a few underneath, and when you go into your match, it's all nicely tucked away and in your carry-all. So it's just a simple little case you can get in there. You don't have to have all these, you can swap that one for that one, and there it fits nice and snug. You could even put that one in there. You can just mix it up to your needs. Sometimes you might want anything, and you might want just the whole thing. It's up to you how you do it. You can get some hook lengths in there, you can get a few tubs, stuff like that. It's nice and simple, and it's helped me over the past month or so keep my bait nice and dry out of this horrible weather that we're getting, and also just keep it nice and compact when I'm travelling. Because one thing I found was when I was feeder fishing a lot, you don't really need to take a lot of gear, and the minimal gear you're going over, when we were fishing, we were going over train tracks, boulders, rocks, and you're going to walk, and you don't want to be taking the kitchen sink. So there are 3 things that have helped me the past few months. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, it really helps. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss any videos like this in the future, and I look forward to seeing you on the bank soon.